The conditional tense in Spanish. It's not quite the present, it's not the past, and it's not really the future either. This is the conditional, and it's all about the hypothetical, what might possibly happen. Maybe. So you might be wondering, is this tense really necessary to get by in Spanish? Well, let's have a look. Imagine your friends have been talking about an upcoming concert. Now the truth is, you don't want to go, so you're kind of looking for an excuse to get out of it. And your friend asks you, ¿Vienes con nosotros al concierto? Are you coming with us to the concert? And you think to yourself and say, voy, pero tengo que trabajar mañana. Or instead, you could say, iría, pero tengo que trabajar mañana. We'll come back to this example at the end of the video. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 4 foolproof ways to use the conditional tense. Now, first off, the good news. The conditional is in fact very similar to English. So we'd use would, or sometimes could, or should, before the action that we're talking about, like in these examples. Comería temprano. I would eat early, if I had the choice. Deberías estudiar más. You should study more. ¿Podrías venir conmigo? Could you come with me? Okay, so that's easy enough, right? Now let's look at putting this into practice in 4 common day-to-day situations. First of all, talking about possibilities. So here we're going to use the conditional when we're talking about possible options in the future. For example, ¿A qué hora saldrías mañana? Here we are asking, at what time tomorrow would you leave? You might use this in the sentence, if you did go tomorrow, if you were to go tomorrow, what time would you leave? It could be any time tomorrow, or maybe you're not going to leave at all. It's all hypothetical at this stage. ¿A qué hora saldrías mañana? Now here's another example. Me gustaría estudiar español en España. I'd like to study Spanish in Spain. Now in this situation, we're referring to a possibility at some point in the future. It could happen, but it's not certain that it will. In both cases here, we're talking about possibilities. It doesn't matter if it's tomorrow, the next day, or in a year's time. Next up, making excuses. Everyone needs to make excuses sometimes, and the conditional lets us do just that in Spanish. Like in this example. Iría a la fiesta, pero no tengo dinero. I would go to the party, but I don't have any money. Now I know that really you just don't want to go to the party and it's just an excuse, that stuff about the money, but I'll keep that to myself. Or to give another example, hablaríamos con el jefe, pero no está en su oficina. We would talk to the boss, but he's not in his office. Now, that sounds like an excuse to me, but in any case, what's interesting here is the use of pero or but. So we can set up our excuse using the conditional, like saying, well, I would do this, and then use but or pero to explain why we're not going to do it. Hablaríamos con el jefe, pero no está en su oficina. Thirdly, asking for advice or giving advice. For this, we can also use the conditional. Let's say you're having a problem with your partner or a good friend, so you ask someone's advice. ¿Qué harías en esta situación? What would you do in this situation? The response could be something like, Yo le diría la verdad. I would tell him the truth. In both the question and the response, the conditional is used. In the question, I want to essentially know what you would do if you were in my position. ¿Qué harías tú en esta situación? So we're talking about something hypothetical. And in the response, we're saying what we would do in that situation. Yo le diría la verdad. I would tell him the truth. This would occur in the future, hypothetically, so we really need the conditional when we're talking about these hypothetical situations. It's not a factual reality, but rather a hypothetical outcome. Finally, the conditional tense is also used to be polite. ¿Tendrías tiempo mañana para ayudarme? Would you have any time tomorrow to help me? We're really being polite here because we're asking for a favor. ¿Tendrías tiempo mañana para ayudarme? We're asking nicely, and we're doing so by using the conditional. Here's a very common situation when you're out at a restaurant or a bar. ¿Podrías traerme una cerveza, por favor? Could you bring me a beer, please? So here you're using the conditional, podrías, to make can you into could you, and to instantly make the sentence more polite. So let's go full circle back to our original example. Would you say, iría al concierto? Or would you say, voy al concierto? Well, it's quite simple really. If you've decided you're not going and you simply need an excuse, then you'll say, iría, pero tengo que trabajar mañana. I would go, but I have to work tomorrow. So basically, I can't. However, if you just use the present tense, or voy, then you'd be saying, I'll go, but I do have to work tomorrow. So you're committed. You see the difference? ¿Ves la diferencia? Es importante, ¿no? So the key to using the conditional is sticking to these 4 simple reasons to use it. Possibilities, excuses, asking or giving advice, and being polite when asking for favors. I hope you enjoyed this grammar lesson. Now, to download the full notes for this lesson, please click the link in the video description below, and that will take you to a page where you can sign up for our Spanish Vault and get free access to that and lots of other stuff. Now, if you'd like to test yourself on this grammar point, then check out the next video where we have a little quiz prepared for you. Otherwise, please subscribe to the channel y nos vemos en el próximo.